ladies, it's Barbara, and I am your menopause drama mama. I thought today would be a really great day to do a video on something that can help you during this horrible cold and flu season. And I have to say, thank God, I have not been sick at all. My husband got sick. My youngest son got sick. My oldest son had the norovirus, so he was really sick. Um, but I have stayed healthy so far, and I plan on keeping it that way. But just in case something would change for me, I want to tell you something that you can take. So if you get that congestion in your throat, your lungs, your nasal passages, I don't know if you've heard about it, but Muline can help with that. Now, I have this, and it is the mullein, organic mullein leaf, and it's cut and sifted. I'll open this up. I will show you what it looks like. If I can get this open. Okay. I will show it to you. This is what my mullein leaf looks like. So I do brew this and drink it as a tea. And if you do want to use this as a tea, these have hairs on them, which can be very irritating for your throat when you drink it. So if you brew this, which is 1 to 2 teaspoons, you'd brew it like a cup of tea. But if you, hopefully you would have something like this, or a coffee filter would work well too. But you sift it in a bag like this, and then sift it in, pour it, let this drip into your tea sifter also, because this has a sifting thing on the bottom. So double sift your tea if you use the mullein leaves, because like I said, this has hairs on it that can be very irritating for your lungs. Now, I want to go over why mullein is extremely beneficial for you. You can buy it in a tincture, and you can buy it in a supplement. But I kind of like to do the most holistic part, so I buy the leaf. Anyway, mullein helps with your respiratory and lung support. So that is what it is most well known for, and it will help with that cough that you will get when you have very bad congestion in your lungs, and it will help loosen that mucus and get it out of your lungs. So you don't want to end up with pneumonia and possibly end up in the hospital, or most likely if you get pneumonia, you would be on an antibiotic, and that could last 1-2 weeks depending on how sick you get. So that this mullein can help with that, and hopefully avoid any type of hospitalization or antibiotics, because antibiotics, that just, that tears your gut apart, and really leaves your gut not in balance. So I would try something very holistic first in getting rid of your cold or flu symptoms. Also, mullein helps with bronchitis, and of course, that can lead to pneumonia. And I've had that happen to me years ago. Um, it also helps in soothing asthma sufferers by, soothing that uh, that congestion and stuff like that that asthma people suffer from. But if you're on asthma medication, I mean, don't ever go off of what your doctor would have you do. And always check with your physician if it's okay to, add mullein to your supplement regimen if you suffer from asthma. Why mullein works is it acts as an expectorant, so it does loosen that mucus that builds up in your chest, and it can get way deep down. And when it gets way deep down in your lungs, that's when you contract pneumonia. Also, it works because it helps to coat and soothe your irritated lung issues, especially if you get a sore throat with any kind of flu or cold. And it will also help calm your cough reflexes. So when you go to bed at night, this would be something probably good to drink maybe an hour or two before you decide to go to bed. The best form, for consuming mullein is either in the tea form, like I have here, or the tincture form. So those are the most absorbable into your system to help work any of that congestion, either in your sinuses, in your bronchial tubes, and also it can help with ear issues when you're ill with a cold or a flu. And like I said, you always have to strain if you're going to use this type of form in mullein because of the hairs on it. Strain it twice. Either if you have, a cheesecloth bag or if you have coffee filters. And then if you have your tea sifter, then the second sifter would be in here or any kind of mesh cup that you may have. You can then sift it the second time through there. And then that will get probably all of the little hairs off of your tea. Mullein also it's an anti-inflammatory and it's soothing. So it contains the plant compounds that help reduce inflammation that calms irritated tissues. And it's helpful for your sore throat, inflamed airways, your mild joint or muscle irritation. They also have, I believe, there's a topical oil that you can probably use for any kind of muscle um, irritation that you may have from coughing so much. And it is traditionally used medicinally. The mullein flower oil is used for earaches, mild ear inflammation, and softening earwax. It is usually combined with a garlic oil. Now, I've not looked up that. I would assume they probably have that together, a garlic oil and the mullein oil, sold together in a tincture drop for you if you're looking for something for your ears. It is antiviral and antibacterial properties, so it contains the compounds that help the body fight minor infections and especially in the respiratory tract. Since you're drinking this and it gets literally right away into the area that's being infected from your cold or flu. It is it supports your immune response and it's extremely helpful during your cold and the seasons right now that's where flu is just running around rampant, that virus. It's very gentle lymphatic and detox support for you. It encourages gentle lymph movement. So anything that's stuck into your lymph glands. So, like when I've done gua sha and you go up and around and down, usually you'll start getting a sinus, moving the sinus congestion out and you can feel it going down your throat then. So this mullein actually is already a gentle lymphatic and detox supporter for you. It encourages that gentle lymph movement and it helps the body clear the waste via your lungs and the skin. And it is a mild diuretic, so it supports fluid balance for you. And being hydrated during, the cold flu season is extremely important. Um, Next, it is helpful on your nervous system by calming it down. It's mildly relaxing. It helps when your coughing is triggered by stress. So, say you're irritated and your talking gets a little bit out of control, it can it can help maybe soothe that coughing for you that would get triggered by you being upset. It helps comforting in the evening for drinking it as a tea, especially for your throat and your chest. So, like I said, I would drink it probably an hour or two before I'd go to bed at night. So it has a chance to work in there. And like I said before, it is most commonly used as a tea. So this would be 1 to 2 teaspoons in a cup of 8 ounces of water, hot water. Now, not too hot so you don't burn yourself, or using it as the tincture you can get, and that's probably on Amazon. And you can use the oil of the garlic oil and mullein oil in your ear. And it also helps, like, if you are a smoker. So it can help clear that congestion in your chest and your bronchial tubes. There's, you know, the important things to always remember, though, is if you're doing the tea, to always strain it thoroughly using the fine mesh or coffee filter or the cheesecloth that I have. Um, and if you are allergic to anything in the figwort family, they say you should avoid this because it's related to that, so it can trigger an allergic reaction. Generally, it's considered very safe and it's gentle and it's good for older adults. So it's great for us women who are in menopause. And they do say it is not recommended, though, for women who are pregnant. But in menopause, we don't have to worry about that anymore because we already had that leave us a while ago. That possibility of pregnancy. Don't I just love that when I go to the doctor and they know I've been in menopause and they say, "Is there a chance you could be pregnant?" It's like, really? Do I look like the Virgin Mary here? No, I cannot be pregnant. Not after my menopause years, especially 11 years into it. I have not had a period. So, um, anyway, in summary, ladies, Muline is so gentle, but it is a powerful healer for you, especially during the cold and flu season. Let it work for you. Let it work for your lungs and your breathing and your coughing and any of that congestion that you could be getting. Now, I know our weather keeps flip flopping around here in Wisconsin. So I've had sinus pressure here, and I know my husband suffered from it. My youngest son has suffered from it. And Muline can help with that sinus pressure, and it helps take down that inflammation. And, also it helps with ear comfort if you use the oil. So this is literally something I think is very beneficial for you during this season of cold and flu. And I want you to stay happy and healthy. But if you do get sick, try this. Try either the mullein leaf tea, but strain it twice, or the tincture. So you can get over your illness way quicker. And I think this will support your lungs and your bronchial tubes and stuff and your sinuses before you get sick. So it's a great way to ward off any illness. And this one, I see on the back of it, Organic Way is a trusted source for bulk organic and kosher certified products. And it's in the USA and Canada. And they import ethically grown and sustainable sourced assortment of organic herbs, spices, berries, and dried fruits. So it's a good brand. And if you're looking at, using the tea, I'd try it. Anyway, as always, though, never add something into your regimen if you are on prescription drugs or there's a possibility you could have an action with something you're already taking. Consult your physician. Okay, ladies, I hope you're having a great day wherever you are in this world. And it feels great for me to be back on YouTube after the holidays, and I'm over my busy time. Just waiting on, as usually, getting my orders for making those artificial breast cancer lumps in our machine shop. So, but when that comes, hopefully I'll have some extra YouTube videos to put up anyway before I would get an order, so you don't go for a week or whatever without seeing my face on YouTube for your menopause issues. All right, ladies, if you like the video, please give me a thumbs up. If you want, please subscribe. It doesn't cost you a penny. It's free for you, free information. I'm just paying my information that I've learned over the years. I'm paying it forward to you. And click the bell below my video, and that'll just notify you when I have another video ready for you to view. All right, love you, ladies. Sending high vibrations your way. Take care.